now from the law firm that worked with Wirecard, Mel Macaraig of Castillo, Laman, Pantaleon, and San Jose law firm. He joins us tonight live on The Final Word. Attorney Macaraig, thank you so much for joining us on the program. First of all, why did your law firm come out with a statement on the authenticity of the bank certificate opened for Wirecard e-money?
Well, there were, I think, the numerous film reports, clips, printed reports from CNN that mentioned by name our firm, as well as lawyers who worked on the matter. And they mentioned the certificate, which, to use the exact words of Mr. Consing, looked fake. Mm-hmm. And of course, we used that certificate. We were the ones who submitted it to the SEC. And of course, to leave it out there is basically to leave the impression that our firm is using fake documents, which, as you will appreciate, is simply not something we can accept.
So, Attorney Macaraig, have you spoken to BPI President Cesar Consing to clarify the veracity of this bank certification?
No, and I'll tell you why. This is not, Mr. Consing said the exact word, looks fake. That is a personal opinion of a document that was issued how many years ago. He never said it is fake. He said it looks fake, our security risk people will look at it. So it's not for me to go to Mr. Consing and say, sir, that is not fake.
But shouldn't you both be meeting to at least clear the air?
CNN should have asked him.
But shouldn't your law firm and BPI be meeting to clear the air?
No, but there's no disagreement with us. I mean, he has an opinion that he said at that point in time, he said looks fake. He has not gone further and concluded and stated that it is in fact fake. Mm-hmm. So we have no disagreement. He says it looks fake. I mean, it's a document that it's not in a standard form. It's signed by a BPI officer who we know, Mr. Consing probably does not know. It was executed 3 years ago. It's very hard. It would be very hard for him to say outright that document is genuine at that point in time. So he gave out, I think it's a very studied and guarded comment that it looks fake, but it is not fake. And he has not come forward and said it is fake.
All right.
That statement of his that it looks fake is all that you have that indicates possible inauthenticity of this document.
So, Attorney Macaraig, you mentioned about the BPI Salcedo branch manager. In your statement, you said the one who signed the bank certificate is not the rogue BPI employee under investigation for this Wirecard incident. How do you know that is not?
Well, because the person who is indicated, the person who was reported, who I do not know, by the way, the rogue BPI officer was supposed to have been terminated recently. The person who signed that certificate shifted from BPI to another bank, I think maybe a year ago or something like that. Mm-hmm. So she could not have issued any certificates and she could not have been terminated. The person who signed that certificate, as I said, is the branch manager of a bank of BPI, at the branch that we have been transacting with as our primary bank since 1981. So we maintain very good relationships with that branch and its officers, and they know us as a.
So share with us, Attorney Macaraig, when was the account opened and when was it closed?
The account was opened in March of 2017. Mm-hmm. Under the name that you mentioned, DITF Andrea Riabozaita. It remained in that status until it was closed in sometime in, I think, March 2018.
Mm-hmm. Can you share with us, Attorney, how many transactions were made during this period from March 2017 to 2018?
As far as I know, none. Mm-hmm. The account was a treasure and trust account. So it was intended, as Mr. Consing said in his interview, that it was intended that once the company is incorporated, it will eventually be closed or what they call regularized and transferred over to an account in the name of the company.
Correct.
The company being Wirecard E-Money Philippines Inc.
So why did that materialize?
Well, one is the client never instructed, as far as we know, the client did not instruct the closing of the account until 2018.
And of course, yes, that BPI account was closed in March of 2018, but it was transferred to another bank. To which bank was the deposit transferred?
I have to check. I have to look at the form.
Because it is in your statement.
But even if I do find it, I have it in the office. But to be honest, even if I have it, I'm not inclined to disclose that here because it's really getting away from the topic. It's really not. It's going away from the point. The main point is we have opened an account in the normal course of business. It was a TITF account. It remained a TITF account. Therefore, Mr. Consing's statement that the account was always an individual account and never a Wirecard account holds true, as does his statement that Wirecard was never a client of PPI.
Because you mentioned in your statement that it was closed in March of 2018 in BPI and opened another account. Was it also a TITF which was opened in another bank?
No, I believe that would have been an account. We did not have anything to do with opening of that account, but to my recollection, it was a bank account in the name of Wirecard E-Money Philippines Inc.
And from your knowledge, is Wirecard still doing business in the Philippines?
As far as I know, well, their unit has not officially closed down. They're opened as they have an e-money license, to my knowledge. I do not know that they have issued any e-money products at this point. They have an office, and we have occasionally we receive some inquiries or requests for assistance on certain matters from their local officers. As far as I know, they are not shuttered.
And briefly, before we let you go, Attorney Macaraig, is Andre Ria Buseta still connected with your law firm?
No, sir. She left, I think, in late 2017 or early 2018.
Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. Attorney Mel Macaraig of Castillo, Laman, Pantaleon, and San Jose Law Firm.